Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to a reading for the week of December 4th. We're going to jump right in here, Sag. You have this card that says you will be blessed more than you could ever imagine. There you go. You have this card that says you will get what you wish for, but is it what you truly want? I kind of feel like you need to work backwards here, Sagittarius. Like, if you have some sort of goal, wish, or dream, I kind of feel sorry for the hiccups now. But I kind of feel like you could be working on something, like a job or a business or career or whatever. It feels financial to me. And, I kind of feel like it's saying, keep doing what works, of course. But it's like, also I feel you need to work backwards in the sense that, if there are certain things that you want to do during your day, it's like, how can you, design your perfect day, which I'm a big fan of, right? Like I always tell people, like, if you could live your life and it would go, exactly 100% according to plan and every day were perfect, like what would that look like? And, will we ever get there? Probably not. But, it's like if you can get close to that, whatever that is for you, I think that's really, definitely worth it, right? I think that it's worth doing. I think it's worth kind of like focusing on. So it's like, how can you, fit more of the things that you enjoy into your days, like what this reading is kind of saying to me here. And sorry, this whole entire deck is upside down, by the way, so I don't read reversals anyway. But you start off with this Judgment card. Judgment is about like a wake-up call or waking up to something here, like your purpose. And we go down, sorry, Four of Swords to the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a card of adventure, going on an adventure. I almost feel like you're being called to an adventure, some sort of adventure. And, I think that adventuring is a great way to discover what you really want out of life. Like if you don't know what you want out of life, which I feel a lot of people feel that way, I kind of feel like exploring other things exploration is the only way to figure it out. And you have the Two of Swords here. She has this new island behind her. So she's sitting where she has always been. And the story of her is that she needs to realize that she could put her swords down and go on an adventure, and she would discover something completely different behind her. So again, I feel a lot of you, it would be a great time for exploration, experimentation, all those things. I think we're in a time of experimentation anyway. I encourage people, like I basically tell people like 80% of the time, do what works, right? 20% of the time, I would be experimenting and just look at this channel. That's like, how do you think I keep growing, right? That's how. So, it's just that simple. I just try new things every single day, literally. And do you have to be as crazy as me? No. But, I think if you try one new thing a week or, one new thing a month even would be, even if you did like one new thing a month, like in work and business and health, or health, wealth, happiness, relationships, the big four, right? If you just picked one thing a month to improve and experiment with, I promise you, you're beating 99% of people in the world. So, most people just do this right here. They just sit where they are, and that's it. So that's why I encourage people to experiment. Plus, I think we're in a time of experimentation, so it's like, I think the energy of experimentation is being rewarded. You have the Wheel of Fortune, definitely things turning in your favor. You have this next card that says you are destined to succeed. So, I feel like you're already working on something that is destined to succeed. I always talk about side hustles to you, Sagittarius, mostly because every single Sagittarius that I know personally has a side hustle, so it seems that way. You don't have to have a side hustle, of course. This could just be, a change in your finances, an turnaround in your finances, some sort of improvement. So let's see where this is going. With the Judgment card, you have the Six of Swords, improvements. Like, look at this. The Six of Swords is about moving across choppy waters. On the Two of Swords, she has choppy waters behind her. So I feel for a lot of you, you're definitely going to this new place. You're going somewhere where you can have new experiences. With the Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, fulfillment. So it's like you're heading towards a place of fulfillment. I feel like you're heading towards a place where you're just going to like enjoy life more or find more fulfillment in general. And that's really what I see here. I really don't think it's talking about anything, really. This Nine of Cups, I think it's just talking about fulfillment. That's it. That's all I get here. So there you go. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the King of Wands. King Wands, you go to the Emperor as well. Both cards to me, of course, are cards of leadership. The King of Wands to me says that you need to be bold and assertive. You have this Mars card as well. Mars, of course, rules Aries. So I feel that being more bold and assertive at this time is going to lead to a lot more success. I think that that is true for everyone. I think the universe is literally asking people to be more bold, assertive, all that other stuff. You have this Knight card. It says triumph over adversity. You have this talisman. It says you are destined to succeed. I mean, there you go. I feel like you are overcoming obstacles. You have the Chariot, which is a definite victory coming in for you, or a big win. The Fool, taking a leap of faith towards something that's going to lead to a lot of success as well. I don't know. I see a lot of happiness here as well. It's kind of funny. You don't really have any cards of happiness, except for, like Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. You could say that those cards have to do with happiness, but it's almost like you overcoming something or being victorious is the thing that is going to lead to this happiness. And of course, this is not, I want to stress that you're working for this. This is not going to just magically happen in your life. I mean, you have the Chariot. The Chariot is about setting yourself apart. So, while, I think part of you, whatever you're working towards, might be comparing yourself to other people, not in a bad way. I think that you're just doing what most people do. And, which I also think is fine. Like, I think there's nothing wrong. Like, I'm a big fan of the book Steal Like an Artist. I think that nothing is original. I think we all basically, the best thing we can do right now is apply our own experience to whatever it is that we're learning and share that experience, right? So if you do that, you could be very successful, but you have your own unique experience. The Chariot literally says that. The Chariot, he is leaving that city behind him behind. So, and the reason I'm babbling on about this, Sagittarius, is because I feel like there's something in your life where you need to realize that, while it might be similar to what other people do in life, like maybe this could be anything. I'm speaking very generally here. Could be love, could be business, could be whatever. And while most people have an experience a certain way, I think that the way you're going to have it is like a little bit different. And so, like, don't get worried if things don't go like how they go for other people is kind of what I'm trying to spit out here. You have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. So I do feel like there's a lot of healing going on for you at this time, or you could be healing with the Four of Swords. I also feel like there could be some blessings coming in for you. He is like hoping and praying for blessings. There's a person who's blessing another person right here. So I feel like you've been hoping and praying for blessings or a certain blessing. You really want something to work out. I feel like you're very committed, going this way. Seven of Wands is a card of like, very deep belief. Seven of Wands says when you know that something is going to be successful, it'll be successful. You have the Three of Pentacles, says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to work together with other people at this time is going to be very beneficial. As I say to pretty much everyone, we are in a time of co-creation, I believe. So anything you can do to co-create with other people is just going to be, it's just going to be extra helpful and extra beneficial. So there you go. I don't know what else I was going to say there, but that's that. So let's see what is going on. With the Chariot, you have the Empress. There you go, right here. Definitely could be a divine counterpart coming in for you. If you don't want love, and even if you do, I also feel this is more you just working with yourself, like you really working with both energies, masculine and feminine. And I feel like this could also be leading to just success in like work or business. It's kind of funny because there really aren't very many financial cards here, but except for the Three of Pentacles, and the Empress can of course be abundance. But I really feel this is talking about work. With the Four of Swords, you have the Three of Swords. Again, some of you could be healing from a heartbreaking situation. I'm cheating a little bit, Sagittarius, because, just based off your astrology, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, over the past 2 years, you've been dealing with things involving family or people who are close to you, like coming in and out of your life or deciding if you want certain family members in your life, stuff like that. Shows up in your astrology. So, again, you could just be healing from stuff like that. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Three of Wands. I have noticed a lot of threes in the readings, and you have 333 right here. So that could be an important number to you. Three of Wands, of course, is a card of expansion and growth. I believe that we're in a very expansive time. I keep encouraging people. I keep saying, like, we need to fill the world with our good ideas, right now, because I think that we feel like there's lack because there's a bunch of empty space that needs to be filled with our good ideas, not other people's bad ideas, right? So there you go. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Cancer card. It says immerse. You have this Mars card. It says motion. I feel like you're making waves, really. I feel like you're making big moves. This almost feels like a yearly reading to me. This almost feels like something where you are going to be working on this for the next year at least. And so I feel like you're making moves on something that you're committing to with the Seven of Wands. Feels like a project, a business, side hustle. Even if you're retired, you could be, I always say, like, I always get comments from retired people. I'm like, what, do you just stop doing things? Probably not. So it's like you could be building a garden in your backyard. I don't care what it is. It just looks to me like you are committing to a project with this right here. Mostly because you have the Emperor right next to it. So again, I think there's something in your life, or there's something you're working on that you're going to be working on for a long time. And I feel it's going to lead to a lot of happiness, fulfillment. And you have the Ace of Cups here. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, when you truly believe that as well, that's when you will manifest what you want in your life. Seven of Wands is also a card of drawing a line in the sand. And like I said, it would not surprise me, Sagittarius, going this way here. Like if you, I don't know what I want to say here, Sagittarius. It's like if you haven't talked to family in like years, and maybe this year you got back together with family. The funny thing is that maybe you are, I feel this is very specific only for like some of you, but it's kind of popping into my head that some of you are kind of like saying, you know what, either you can have these people back in your life or you can't. Like, I feel like you're just drawing a line in the sand. And I think this has to do with your success, because you have this card that says you're destined to succeed. But I feel like this success, it's like you're realizing that certain energies might ruin your success. Others might support it. So, I think you're kind of drawing a line in the sand in those situations. You have the Fool here. Everybody's had the Fool, so definitely a time of new beginnings. We are getting to the end of the year. I don't know. This doesn't surprise me anymore. I've been doing this for like almost 10 years just on YouTube. I've been reading tarot since I was like my very early teens, basically. So, but again, I've seen this for like at least 10 years on YouTube doing tarot readings. That it just seems like at the end of every year, of course, people are focused on jumping into something new. So again, it wouldn't surprise me if you're like focused on having a new beginning, starting a new project. I do feel like you're prepared. You're ready. There you go. There's confirmation for you. This right here, you can see that there's this sack on his back. It's this tiny little sack. And that kind of represents the fact that he's about to go on this huge, long journey, but he's only bringing that tiny little sack on his back. So, he's about to go through the whole entire major arcana. So it really says that you have everything you need right here, right between your own 2 ears. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a new adventure. Like I said, I feel that the best thing you could do right now is explore, and you can do this mentally, right? You can read books, learn things, watch YouTube videos about whatever you're interested in. That's a great way for exploration. You can start new projects, new businesses. You can just like go exploring. You can go drive around in your car, go places you've never been before. And, I'm a big fan of doing this right now in the first place. I talk about this all the time because I literally think it's probably one of the best things we could possibly do right now. But, I also feel there's a lot of success. There would be a lot of success coming in for you through exploration. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard type of energy here. I would make sure you're balancing your energy. I feel like you are juggling a lot, I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before. It's like if you have a side hustle, you probably have a job. And, I feel like you're trying to maybe move more towards it. And, that could be a little bit of an obstacle. But it could be other things as well. Like maybe you want love, but again, you have a job. And maybe you have a career that takes up a lot of time. And I really don't feel anything here. If I'm being honest with you, I just feel it's like it is what it is. It's like, yeah, you're busy. And I do feel that you are going to be creating more balance though. So it's like you probably are. Just the reason, sometimes I think there are things that show up in the reading. It's just like, oh, this is what they're doing, So I feel like you are creating more balance. With the Fool, you have the Sun. Yeah, I would move towards happiness. Like, I think that we need to do things to create more happiness in the world, in our lives right now. So anything you can do to bring more joy, happiness, love, abundance, that's the only thing I preach, right? I try to help people make their dent in the universe, like whatever that means for you, right? Whatever's important for you. And, that's all I would focus on here is like whatever brings you joy, love, happiness, or whatever you think would bring more of that into the world. Like, that's what I would focus on. With the Page of Wands, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, of course, but, it's also a card of tactics. We don't really see, some of you, sure. Could you have dealt with a person here that lied, cheated, stole? Sure. But again, I always say this is not Kim Kardashian tarot, right? So, to me, the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. And looking at and being tactical, which I think we are in a tactical time. Like if you're working on projects or businesses, like you don't have to go straight towards it. There might be other ways to do things. And, I would just be open to all ways of doing whatever you're doing in life. You have this Rebel card that says limiting beliefs or limiting your abundance. You're a trailblazer, literally exactly what we've been talking about this entire time. Meant to pave the way for future generations. You are meant to be different. I felt that. We talked about that on the Chariot. So there you go. And you have this conflict card that says you might find yourself having a personality conflict. If you're experiencing competition, see it as a chance to up your game. Yes, definitely. Again, this is showing up in the good stuff, so this is going to be good no matter what. You have the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Emperor is about taking the lead, taking control. So definitely would be a good time for you to take the lead or take control, whatever it is that you work on in life. And, I feel that'll, be a good thing for you. Really, I feel like you're just kind of taking the lead here. I also do feel, not really a love reading, but if you want love, it is here. I feel there could be a leader that's coming in for you. Could be an Aries, could be any sign, general reading. You have the Ace of Cups. Again, definitely could be a love offer. I feel it'll make you very happy. Again, I'm just not so sure that you're all looking for love, of course. But whatever. This person, definitely like a Mars person, They might not be a fire sign, but, that Mars card is standing out to me. I think this person might come off as a fire sign. They might be very fiery, very bold, very assertive. They might be, real go-getter type of energy. So, if you want love, it's here. I also feel that you are just very focused on your own fulfillment. And like I said, I feel you're with the Seven of Wands that you are putting up boundaries to protect your future success. And I definitely get that here as well. It's like you're very focused on creating that flow of energy inside of you, that flow of fulfillment. And that's what I'd focus on here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, increasing your resources, just plain and simple. I really feel this reading is an increasing your resource type of reading, just in general. With the Emperor, you have the Five of Cups. Again, showing up in the good stuff. I feel like you were disappointed by a person in the past. Judgment, Six of Swords. You had to move on from a person. That person, I think, is very much like, if you think about your past person, I feel like they are your old life, and maybe you met them, in your teens or your 20s or your 30s or 40s even, or whatever. But I think if you think about that person, I feel like they embody your old story. It's like you're attracting a person. This new person, I feel, if you want love, is a new story, totally different. With the Ace of Cups, you have the King of Swords and the Temperance card. Yes, if you want love, I feel you've been very patient for this. And, so I feel like this is a good thing. Doesn't even want to focus. Definitely could be a very mature person with the King of Swords. Very knowledgeable. Could be an air sign as well. I also feel that this is just saying that you have the knowledge and wisdom to turn your situation around. The Temperance card is about, like, turning one thing into another. So, quite simply, you could be just turning one thing into another. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering, and healing. So I feel for a lot of you, that's what you're doing, is like you are resting, relaxing, recovering, and healing. And I also feel that you're like, sorry, these cards wanted to pop out here. That's not a pop out. That was like 20 cards. But, I feel like you're hoping and praying for blessings, like I said, with that Four of Swords. It's like that's what you're working on. Really, as always, very simple reading. I think you're destined to succeed at something. You have this Power card. Crazy, because a bunch of people have had this card. And you have all these cards of leadership. So anything you can take the lead on, I would. Like, it's almost like, I almost feel like saying this is an option that you have, right? But I would do it. If you have the option to get a leadership role in work or business, I would take it. If you have the option to, start a new business or whatever, I would take it. I really feel this is encouraging you to take the lead. Next, you have this Appreciation card, the card of gratitude, and the Five of Cups, by the way. The solution to the Five of Cups is gratitude, even though it's showing up in the area of the good stuff. But I feel showing appreciation, even for the small things, is the quickest way to bring more of that energy into your life, which I am definitely all about. So anything you can do to bring more positivity, joy, happiness, good stuff into your life, I would definitely do it, plain and simple. Next, you have this Caution card. Again, look at this. With all these people, these are people. They look like animals, but they're people. And she has her hand up. It's almost like there's a line or this way or whatever. My camera's reversed, so I can never do this way or whatever. I'm not going to keep trying to run my fingers on this card, but it's like you're drawing a line in the sand. I feel like you're being very cautious. I think that some of you are wondering if this is the right thing to do, like, if it's a good thing to block certain people out of your life. I don't even think you have to block certain people out of your life. Maybe you're just not spending as much time with them or whatever. And the answer is yes. I feel like this is a good thing. Next, you have this Decisions card. I feel like you've already made the choice. I feel like, there's like this chessboard here. I feel like you've seen like what all the players, I'm not talking about players as in players like cheaters. I'm talking about the people in your life. You've seen like their place in your life, and now you're making these decisions about them or where they're going to fit. You have this Ostentation card. Yeah, you're no longer buying into illusions either. This is real. This is fake. This card says that you have learned to tell the difference between what is real and what is fake. Yeah, you have the secrets card as well. I also feel that you're not entertaining people who are secretive anymore, but this is a good card. It says that you need to go on adventures. Like I said, this is a card of learning. It's like hidden or secret information that you need to learn about. So I would encourage you, again, to dig into mystery like I encourage everyone to do. But really good reading, destined to succeed. So love it. But thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.